Hello, my name is Adrian Dean. I am a Fitness for Life teacher, and I'm also a health teacher for Graduation Alliance. Welcome to this presentation on the FITT Principle. This is going to give you some needed information on Activity 1.1.1 in Fitness for Life Semester 1. So it's only going to be maybe 5 minutes long, 5-6 minutes. So keep it short. We'll get you through it. And once again, hopefully you get a good idea on what the FITT Principle is and what it isn't. All right, what is it? Frequency, it's an acronym, so FIT is an acronym. So we have the F is frequency, how often? And let's just use running for our example for this one. And so if I'm a runner and I'm running as my exercise, the frequency in which I run would be how many days per week. So maybe I run 3 days per week. And the intensity is how hard. Now, I mean, I could be just jogging along a little bit, or I could be, running at a good steady pace and really having a hard time having a conversation if I was with a partner or something like that. So the intensity maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest, and 1 being kind of like a just barely even harder than walking, just a real light jog. Maybe my intensity is around a 6, or I could be running a little harder, but I want to get in some good distance, so it's not that intense. And the time is how long. For running, a lot of times people go running for 20 to 30 minutes, something along those lines. Sometimes it's longer, and depends on one, how much time you have, and another one is kind of what you're training for and what your goals are. So once again, time is how long. And then the type, we've been talking about running, and that's what type is the how. How am I going to exercise? What am I doing? And so what's the specific exercise? And that is the type, which in this case would be running. So that's the FITT principle, FITT, and there you have it on your screen. Okay, there's also 3 different types of activity or exercise when we're talking about the FITT principle. And so we're going to go into those a little bit more in depth. First one there is flexibility. All right, so what does it mean to be flexible? Somebody might say, can you bend over and touch your toes without bending your legs? And some people can, some people can't. So that's one measurement of how flexible you are. So that's what we talk about when we talk about flexibility. Range of motion. So this involves stretching and range of motion of joints. And oftentimes, as you get older, your range of motion unfortunately decreases. And unfortunately, that's happening to me. And so I have to be conscious, and I try to stretch as often, when I work out and just other times of the day and things like that. You can do some simple stretches in the morning or whatnot. But you'll see little kids, and they'll move in certain ways. Their joints, of course, are different, but they're very flexible. So once again, as you get older, your flexibility decreases. So it'll be important to do yoga or stretching or Pilates. Pilates takes specialized equipment, but yoga and other stretching you can do virtually anywhere. There's a ton of yoga videos out there on YouTube. So finding something that you like is important. Next one there is strength. Strength training is going to be done with weights, weight machines, free weights, body weight exercises, sit-ups and push-ups, pull-ups would be all examples of building strength. And you're going to build something called muscle mass. It's going to increase power in your body and increase something called metabolism. And what is metabolism? Metabolism, you can think of metabolism as like a little engine or an engine in your body. And so if you think of a small engine, it burns a little bit of gas. If you think of a big engine in a truck, it burns a lot of gas. And so metabolism, that's related to your muscle mass, is going to continuously burn calories, which can decrease body fat. So if you have more muscle mass, more strength, you're going to have a higher metabolism. You're going to burn more calories, even at rest, even while relaxing. You can think of that as the engine is just idling. And even though a small engine's idling, it's burning less calories. Larger engine is going to burn more calories. So it is beneficial to have more strength or more muscle mass. And this is often alternated with your other workouts. You can kind of divide it up into different body parts. Some days you can do like upper body, and then another day lower body, and then take a day off and then go back at it again. So you can have maybe 3 or 4 days of strength training a week. And you can combine any of these together. So you could do a cardiovascular and a strength and a flexibility types of workout all in one workout or one day. And so that is the last one there is cardiovascular fitness or type. And then the example would be running or swimming, cycling, brisk walking, anything that's going to get your heart rate up, going to get you kind of breathing up. So this is considered the base or the foundation for the other two categories of workouts because it impacts the heart and the lung fitness. Really helps that cardiovascular, the heart function, helps your lungs function and work in combination with your heart. Also has, can also have like stress reduction, mental health benefits, as can strength workouts and flexibility workouts as well. So really can kind of get you thinking a little bit more clearly, kind of get that blood pumping. So we have aerobic exercise or activity. It's usually done at a greater level of intensity. If you think about when you're running or swimming, you're breathing hard. It can feel a little bit more intense, especially some of those harder workouts, cycling up hills and things like that. And then there's some recovery time that is necessary between these types of workouts. Okay, with that, I'm going to leave you with a few questions, and those questions are. What is the frequency of your exercise or workouts? How often do you work out? And how intense do you work out? Is it just a little bit? Is it very hard? It's kind of right in the middle. And how much time do you spend when you work out or when you exercise? Is it 20 minutes or is it 30 minutes or is it a little bit longer, like an hour? I know everybody seems to be stretched for time, including myself, and sometimes it's hard to get it in, but making time or finding time or making a priority is important. And last question I want to ask is, what type of exercise are you doing? Are you running? Are you swimming? Are you chasing your kids around and playing with your kids? Because that could also be good exercise as well. Are you a dancer? Do you play sports? And so those are all some things to think about for what type of exercise you're doing. And with that, I hope you found this beneficial for the activity 1.1.1. And I'll see you next time. This is Adrian Dean signing off.